Today, we are talking about the multi-billion-dollar AI browser industry. This industry is expected to skyrocket over the next few years, going from just $4.5 billion last year to an expected $77 billion. And I actually think it's going to be a lot bigger. This is the start of the AI browser gold rush, and lots of companies are getting in on it. Now, this is very reminiscent to an industry I was in a few years ago that made me lots of money. And we're going to talk to you exactly how that industry made me as much as $2 a minute, where the money came from, how I got it, and the whole 9 yards. This is something that is all too familiar, and I see it happening right now. In fact, the AI industry is so flooded with venture capital funds that this is almost inevitable. We're going to see a huge shift, and that's what today's video is about. The AI browser industry, pay per install, pay per download, and all kinds of things with CPA affiliate marketing. So if you're excited, smash that like button because we're going to dive in, talk to you about what these browsers can do, how to promote them, and how to make money online in a very straightforward way. So if you're excited, smash that like button and let's go to work. All right, so let's go ahead and dive in and talk about how this works. Earlier this year, the Perplexity company, who runs the Comet AI browser, came out and said that they were going to pay a bounty or an affiliate commission when people get someone to download the new browser. Now, they also have to install it and sign up and stuff like that, but I don't think any money has to change hands for the people to get the $2 per download or install or something like that. This is very reminiscent of an industry I was in a while back where we got paid $2 to get people to get little programs and things like that that would do like calculators or different things on their computer that were really cool. Now, there are some downsides to these programs we're going to talk about in a little bit. And there's a lot of upsides, like where I made a lot of money with this. Now, we got to go through and we got to look at where this is coming from. When I started, a lot of that stuff was about VC money, where a lot of venture capital was coming in, funding these companies, which allowed them to be able to pay a lot of money to affiliate marketers to promote their stuff. Much like we saw with the Honey app, which now has gotten a lot of scrutiny, but overall, the business model was okay. The idea of making a browser toolbar and getting affiliates to promote it, nothing wrong with that. And they actually got millions of downloads through affiliate marketing, which was great. And they were paying between $2 and I think $4, sometimes even more for a simple download. So you can imagine to the affiliates trying to make money, this was a really easy way to generate a lot of money pretty quickly. So understanding that is very important. Also, understanding the size of the AI browser industry, the fact that it is $4.5 billion last year, going up to $77 billion in just a couple short years. But first of all, we need to get this big disclaimer out of the way. Obviously, when we see all of this money here in $2 a minute, which would equal about $2,800 a day, it's easy to think, okay, am I just going to sign up, be an affiliate, and automatically make $2 a minute with AI? Well, no. In fact, the vast majority of people trying to make money online make nothing. Affiliate marketers and all these other people, they literally make nothing. Now, we need to understand what the people do that actually make the money. We need to break it down into a process, look at it as a business, look at the ethics, look at the rules, and figure out where we're going to go to build our business. Now, back when I was doing this, I actually went through what was known as the 2003 to 2008 PPD Gold Rush. I'll never forget it. I was sitting there one day. It was like around this time of the year. I think it was September. And I came across this downloadable affiliate offer that paid me 70 cents per download. And you might think, well, 70 cents, that's nothing. What are you going to do? Pay for nothing, right? And what happened was I realized, okay, if I only have to get people to download this thing and they want it anyway and it's free to them and I get 70 cents, well, it's not that hard to get to, a lot of downloads, which would make me a decent amount of money. And I'll never forget it. I started promoting it, and the first month we went from like $3,000 to $10,000. Now, granted, I already knew how to get traffic. I was a search engine guy. I knew this stuff. So thinking you're going to get in there and, first month make anything is pretty much impossible. But understanding what's going on and looking at it in a real world way, what I did is find people who wanted to download those toolbars and those different browser extensions and things like that. And it went really well. Fast forward, I had some that paid me as much as $2 or $3 per download, and we did get up to an average of about $2,800 a day or $2 a minute, or in some cases, one download per minute. And when you think about how big the internet is, there's a lot of people out there looking for things, especially in the AI browser world. And this is what I'm seeing here. Again, remember, be ethical, make sure what you promote is good, and don't expect it to do anything. Look at everything objectively. And when we look at this today and we say, okay, well, what does this look like in 2024, 25, 26? Right now we're sitting in 2025. We could see that AI browser as a search term, it is a breakout term. There's a lot of people searching for it, and it is spiking right now in September and October of 2025. We can also see AI internet, where people are looking for different AI internet tools and things like that, also growing. We can see AI bubble, also very big. There is a lot of talk about an AI bubble and what's going on there. Now, looking at this and understanding that people are looking for these AI browsers and looking at the fact that ChatGPT gained 100 million users in record time, we're seeing, okay, this is something that is absolutely growing. This is what I am calling the AI browser gold rush. Right now, you have lots of people using ChatGPT, lots of people using Perplexity, all these different AI tools, and even Google has got in on it. You can see here, if you were to click this button up here, this literally goes through and asks if I want to put an AI assistant in the Google Chrome browser. Now, why is this important? Well, last year we saw Google was hit with a lawsuit for being a monopoly. One of the main reasons they were able to get monopoly status was through the Chrome browser. Having a browser defaulted you to search Google, much like when you get a computer and you fire up Internet Edge, you are defaulted to MSN Yahoo browser. All right, that's how this works. That's why people are using that. And that's why Google got so popular, because their browser is, other than Firefox, I think is definitely one of the best ones out there. And now understanding, oh, wait a minute, Google got all these people. Now they're like a $1 trillion business or a couple $1 trillion business, and starting to look at, okay, this is where the money's made. So for a company like that to pay $2 for someone to download their browser, that's nothing. That's a drop in the bucket when you start to look at the grand scheme of things. When you look at ChatGPT, OpenAI, right, there's a lot of people using it. What would it be worth if they had their own browser where instead of going to Google to search, you would search, it would bring up ChatGPT? Well, for ChatGPT, that could be the difference between going to profit and losing money, which is what they're doing right now. Starting to understand how business works, we're going to see a lot of money shifting from, okay, here's all this money on search, to here's all this money going towards getting people to use these tools and apps in a very, very specific way. So while there was the paper download gold rush back in the day, which I was part of. I made millions of dollars with that. We had all different kinds of tools, from HTML tools to help you design your website to little tools like games and things like that, all kinds of stuff. Now, when I did this, I actually went through and I vetted every program that I looked at, and I noticed there were some that were shady. In the paper download, in the CPA affiliate marketing world, there are a lot of offers that are scammy, shady, and just downright garbage. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that what we promote is good. Now, I know for a fact that Perplexity is a pretty decent company. I use their AI tool. Their browser looks really good and promising. That would be something I would feel good promoting. Now, when we got into the whole paper download boom back in 2000 to 2008, I was in it up until about 2010. I still have some of it now, but it's more robust, not just run-of-the-mill CPA stuff. It would be more like coupon toolbars and things like that. Obviously, very, very good ones. And as you guys can see, I have my own toolbar as well, which is the Affiliate Marketing Dude one, which gets all kinds of downloads and domain names and tools and things to help people make money online. Now, again, looking at this, what are they? Well, what's happening here is affiliates back then were getting paid 10 cents to $3 per install, depending on where the user was from. So obviously, countries where there was less income, where they couldn't afford things, that would be a less bounty, because obviously that traffic wasn't worth as much to the advertisers. Now, looking at this stuff, where we look at these, you can see there were a lot of them were kind of shady, like this one here, got some issues. It was recruiting affiliates. FTC shut them down in 2007. There was also some here that were kind of spammy, had like malware and stuff like that, not good to promote. There were some that were actually really good, where they would have tools and good things people would actually want to use. used by big companies. Obviously, when getting into this market, you want to do your due diligence. And what I did is I had a computer where I would just test them all out before I promoted them. Make sure they were good, run some scanners on them, make sure they were on the up and up. Now, this industry has tightened up a lot since then. And I think that with the AI browsers, we're going to see a lot more tightened controls where, like Chrome or other browsers will have those fail-safes to say, hey, look, this isn't a good download. So we will have a lot of fail-safes here. Now, when I'm looking at this and I'm looking at the browser gold rush, what's happening with the AI browsers is we're going through and we're looking at this, and there's a lot of money coming in where all of these AI tools want the lion's share of the users. Like right now, ChatGPT is the undisputable king of AI. A lot of users using it daily. I think they're up to almost 1 billion users. For them to come out with a browser toolbar would kind of be a game changer. Now, for these other companies like Perplexity, they are doing what's called buying a customer. This is what CPA affiliate marketing is about. Buying a customer, getting a customer, they will pay for that. And that's how they will go out there and pay $2 for it. That's how you saw companies like the Honey app or Capital One Shopping able to pay affiliates a lot of money because they know on the back end there's hundreds and hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars at stake. I think PayPal bought the Honey app for like $4 billion. So this is something that's absolutely gigantic. And when you pair this with stuff like Perplexity getting into shopping, ChatGPT getting into shopping, there is a shift that is going on here where Perplexity is saying, hey, we're willing to pay people to download this because we know where the money is. So I predict that there is going to be billions incoming into this business. But what do these actually do and where does the money come from? Like right now, you look at companies like ChatGPT, they're not profitable. Some other companies are, but ChatGPT, the big one, is not profitable. So where is the money actually going to come from? Well, right now it's coming from venture capital investment and a tiny small bit on the $20 that you pay. I don't even think they make much on that at all. But understanding it's a bigger play, the businesses that get that are the ones that are going to really, really thrive. The ones that say, okay, yes, this browser war is big, it's real, and those who get involved potentially could make a lot of money. Again, remembering this is a business, the vast majority of people trying to make money online make nothing, and understanding where all this is going. Now, what we want to do is we want to look at where the money comes from back then. So back when I was doing this in 2003 to 2008, the money was coming from search. We saw Google just skyrocketed. We saw lots of search engines skyrocket. Why? Because a lot of these tools used the browser, right? If I go up here and I type something in my browser, it's going to default to Google. Google gets paid for ads, ergo, there's lots of money. So looking at this and understanding where the money is going to come from with AI, which is very similar. It's going to be buying products like Google Shopping. It's going to be pay-per-click searches. It's going to be pay-per-view ads. All these things are going to be integrated into AI, and a lot of companies are going to be clamming for the money. They're going to be going out there trying to get it by buying customers cheap and providing something that they're going to use over and over and over again. If you can do something like how Google Chrome got a bunch of people to use the Chrome browser, and now that's pretty much what we default to for many people, I think like 98% of the internet or some crazy amount. What's going to happen is now you're going to have those users, and every time they search, it's worth money. So back in the day when you had these companies that would go through and pay $3, why would they do that? Well, what they knew was, okay, if we pay $3 and Marcus gets this guy to download the free mortgage tool or whatever it is that we're getting them, or HTML tool. Okay, what's going to happen is they're going to say, well, on average, the average person uses the search and searches 1,000 times a year. Again, these are hypotheticals, just so you understand it. I'm sure the numbers on the back end are a lot bigger. And if they search 1,000 times a year, that's going to mean we get $12 in search revenue, and then the next year we get another 12, and on we go. So they're saying for every $3 we put in, we're going to get $12 out. So this $3 is a smart idea. Perplexity is saying the same thing, where they're like, okay, this is a smart idea. There's a lot of money here. How do we capture customers as cheap as possible? Well, offer people $2 to give away something that they pretty much want anyway. So now when we look at this and we understand where the money comes from, we need to understand the takeaways that we want to use now. So what do we see as our constants? What do we see as the switches? First of all, we see, yes, a lot of people are searching for this stuff. Second of all, we see companies are paying $2 or more per download or per trial. Very cool. Okay, now there are caps on this, like they're not going to pay you for a bazillion people. They do have amounts where it's like, okay, your first 1,000 people or whatever it is. But again, this is about seeing the industry and the direction it's going. I'm going to give you some takeaways where you can do this and you can be an affiliate and sell AI tools and things like that in a very specific way. Now, we can see here that it looks like there's some custom GPT thing that pays as well, and a lot of money. Now, going through here and looking at what happened back in the day, a lot of this stuff was kind of shady and junky and garbagey. There were a few programs like the coupon ones and like the ones that I promoted that did really well. Next, going through and looking at, okay, there is a big browser war right now, especially with the fact that Google had their lawsuit. These browsers are going to start to shift up and there's a lot of money. So understanding that's key. Understanding also, hey, people are searching for this stuff. So they're out there looking for this stuff. They want these tools. This is something they really need. Now, where do AI browsers differ from just ChatGPT? Like, if I was going to promote this, what's the difference? Well, let's take a look at what an AI browser can do versus what just regular ChatGPT can do. First of all, it can do live web navigation. It's actually searching and going through with you and figuring out, okay, I can see what you're on. Much like we saw earlier with our videos we did on the Copilot from Microsoft, where Copilot with Microsoft is actually browsing the web with you, and it can see what you see. Also, dynamic content rendering, where it'll go through and you can copy things and make it work in a very simple way where the AI, again, is working with you. Also, it allows session persistence. What is a session? A session is where you go through and you search the web and, you know, the company tracks, oh, he looked at these 50 different shoes. These are the ones he might want. So it's keeping a memory of what you're doing, maintaining cookies, local storage, and sessions across multiple pages. Chatbots usually don't do this. They will have it within your chats. We noticed that ChatGPT is getting a lot more memory. Also, we have autonomous browsing agents. What does this mean? Well, this is kind of like how Manus AI can go and browse the web on your behalf, which is kind of interesting. You could just tell it, hey, go book me some restaurant reservations or concert tickets or whatever, and it could do that, which is kind of scary because, like, okay, your browser has a lot of data. You know, sometimes it stores payment info and stuff like that, where, okay, if the AI can just go out there and do what it wants, that's a little scary. Not sure I'm yet ready for that, and I do like the fact that it is in most browsers that are not tied to the big ones like Chrome, where you keep a lot of your data. Also, real-time page monitoring. This is a really good one. Just today, Amazon AWS went down, and it's good to know when things go down. Oftentimes, I don't know if my sites are down until customers report it, or if I see my live chat goes down or something like that, where this can actually monitor your sites, and you can have an AI agent that'll go in the browser and just be like, hey, tell me when my website's down. That's kind of cool. It can also check for price changes, stock updates, find the lowest price on multiple different websites, e-com, different things like that. Even check different blogs or news sites for new posts and things. Also, form submission, where it can go through and do things on your behalf, maybe fill out forms or whatever it is. All kinds of crazy things here. Some of them getting into weird case scenarios where you might not want a robot to do this. Also, scripting actions on websites, visual automation, understanding things, getting concise data from something big that you're reading, multi-tab tasking where it can organize them, agent routines and pipelines where it can do workflows like, oh, hey, first go here, research this, then make a blog post on my blog. Different things like this is going to get a lot bigger. Also, contextual web understanding, APIs, visual layout awareness, all kinds of things where browsers with AI are going to way outperform just regular browse or regular chatbots, where it's going to have a lot more data. and it's going to be able to do a lot more. This is where we see the internet going, and I'll have a list of all these from integration, user interface, security and privacy features, developer and research capabilities. This is going to be a big one where, like right now, I can just go and get developer tools. Having an AI in there is game changing because it can actually real-time remedy issues on my website. So these browsers are going to be ridiculously big. You're going to see, as a summary, web interaction, automation, data handling, user interface, developer tools, and persistence and memory. So this is going to be something that is absolutely huge. There has been a huge interest in the Perplexity one, and you can see even with the AI browsers, there's not a whole lot of them yet, but we are seeing this get a lot more popularity and a lot more money. Now, what can we do now? First of all, we can learn to and start promoting AI tools now. I can go out there. There are a ton of AI tools that have affiliate offers. Just last week, I think I got a bazillion, of course I'm exaggerating, different emails from 11 Labs saying, hey, we now have an affiliate offer. So you could actually get paid to refer people to 11 Labs. Lots of other AIs have this as well, where they will have an AI tool and you could get paid one time or even monthly for promoting these tools. And yes, it does start to add up. While it might be, $3, $10, $15 a month or maybe a little bit more, that adds up the more people you get. And if you build a following of people who are relying on you to learn about different AI tools, well, then that's pretty good. And all you have to do is share your honest review of different AI tools. There's one I'm looking at right now, which is a video tool. And I'm like, yeah, I can't really promote this. I don't like this tool. It's not that good. I want to like it. They have a good affiliate program, but I'm giving my honest opinion about what I like and what I don't like about it. All it is sharing with people what you like. And there are so many AI tools out there, it's not even funny. And when we get into browsers and things like that, what's happening is you're building a following and you're actually hopefully making money while building that following of people interested. And one of the easiest ways to promote AI tools is make a simple prompt. Like I could go through and I could see over here, if I was to type in something like video prompt, where it'll be like a video prompt for AI. It looks like this is not working right now. So let's see if we can get this to actually work. It looks like it does not want to work. We'll try a different tool. But going through, let's say we wanted to go to Google Trends. We'll try it on Google Trends. All the stuff with the AWS outage. Let's do video prompt. And you'll see that these do actually get a lot of traction. See here, it's getting a lot, which means a lot of people are searching for this. And when you look at something like a video prompt, what I could do is I could test out little video prompts and test them on VO3, test them on Sora 2, test them on all these AI video tools, share those with people, and then use my affiliate links and say, hey, this works really good with this offer. Obviously, disclose you're an affiliate and show how the business works, but we're seeing this is something where people are looking this up. If we were to do like SEO prompt, how many SEO AI tools are out there? Well, it's spiking literally right now while I'm making this video. And you can go out there and you can share these on social media. You can make videos about them. You can make a blog about different things. Right now, we are starting my new business, which is the personality prompts. Let's see if we can find it here. Personalityprompts.com, where we are doing this exact same thing, where we're giving away prompts and getting people into something where they can pay for more access or more AI tools or something like that. Very important and very good to look at, because right now we are at the peak of the AI tools growing. And when we have the browsers here and we get paid to get people to download browsers, we can add that to the mix and make money with that as well. Obviously, watch your disclaimers. You want to make sure that you disclose you're an affiliate, disclaimer of what the tool is actually doing, right? Make sure you're not promoting things that are harmful or bad or anything like that. Also, watch out for scams. These are skyrocketing with the use of AI. And basically, our goal would be help people learn to use AI in a specific way. And you could get paid for doing that via affiliate marketing and affiliate programs, where you're going out there and you're just sharing your advice on these tools or your experience on the tools or what you use them for. And you can start in a very basic way by literally just making prompts for the different tools. And people, as you see, are looking up the browsers, the video prompts and things like that. And if you were to just go in and type in something like prompt, you're going to see people are looking up prompts like crazy. And a little side note, when I was promoting the downloads back in the heyday where I was getting $2,800 or $3,000 or sometimes as much as $5,000 a day, I want you to remember that a lot of the traffic was from paid search. So I would actually go pay for traffic on Google and different search networks and even on banner ads and things like that. So it wasn't all profit. It was usually around 60% profit, sometimes a little bit higher, sometimes closer to 50%. But it was something that was able to grow very fast because paid traffic is one of the fastest ways to get traffic. Now, it's also one of the most risky ways. Like, obviously, I was spending upwards of $1,000 a day or more sometimes on traffic, and I could have lost that. If the company didn't pay me, I could have just been out. That would have not been good. But again, you want to take calculated risks and always look at everything objectively. Where I'm looking at this one here, one of the things I'm going to start doing is bidding on ChatGPT prompt, maybe even video prompts and things like that to get people into the personality prompts one, because I know my metrics, I know what I make. So that's a calculated risk I want to look at. Now, again, it is super risky. Buying traffic, you could lose all your money. That is a fact. A lot of people do it all the time. However, looking at something like ChatGPT prompt or prompting or something like that, we can see that there's not that many advertisers paying for traffic, which means I could get this traffic fairly inexpensively. We can see here, according to SpyFu, it gets a lot of searches a month. So there's a lot of people searching for it. And it's like $0 and 0 cents per click. Now, is that actually what it's going to cost? No, usually when you see something like this, it's probably going to be like 10 to 25 cents per click from what I see, which that can work. Obviously, make sure the numbers work. If I had to pay 10 to 25 cents per click and all I had to promote was the Comet browser that paid me $2, I'm going to lose money like crazy. In order to promote something like that, it would need to be a straight direct converter, and I would need to be getting like $10 to $20 per download, which isn't going to happen. Now, can I pair it on other things, and can I focus on free traffic or social media traffic or low barrier of entry traffic? Yes, I can. So use the traffic method that fits what you can do. Look at all the risks, weigh them objectively, make sure the offers are on the up and up, make sure there's no scams or bundled stuff they're putting with the download. Make sure it's good before you promote. The interest over the last 5 years has just skyrocketed, and you're going to see all the different types they want, like prompt engineering, mid-journey prompts, AI prompt engineering, mid-journey, ChatGPT prompt, and on we go. And you're going to see it just keeps going and going. Even different tools like Gemini AI prompt, or if you were to do something like VO3 prompt, you're going to see specific stuff just for VO3 prompt, which just so happens to be spiking this month. And you can see all different things here where this is a very robust, big market to get in. And because there's so much money here, this is the place to be. And that's where I'm putting a lot of my eggs. Obviously, remembering that this is a business, nothing is guaranteed. What we're doing is we're trying to build and grow alongside something that's already there, alongside something that people are already buying, alongside something where I can make pretty simple content. It's not that hard to do. You just make honest content about the tools and make cool prompts that people can use and point them to different things that make you money. That's the key, and that's how this works with affiliate marketing. And even if you get into like vibe coding, a lot of those tools have affiliate offers as well. And a lot of the people that do vibe coding don't know that they need web hosting, which has an affiliate offer that you can promote as well. And seeing how all of this ties together, and how you can be on the cutting edge of the AI browsers, the AI prompts, the new software that comes out and everything like that. This is a very, very good business. And maybe you can even go out there and do this for a specific group. Like maybe these are people that need to know how an AI browser would help a local dentist or a limousine company or someone who's writing content online or a blogger or whatever it is. You could go out there and think about this different. What's going to keep you ahead in the world of AI is thinking different and being on top of the trends. And it doesn't mean you have to follow everything and learn everything. Just learn one thing very well, whether it's you're the expert on AI browsers or whether you're the expert on how to use AI for dentists or whatever it is. Focus and align. I'm going to put some tips and prompts over at AIProfitScoop.com. We're going to follow along with this and see where these AI browsers go, which ones are going to pay, and different things like that. And we'll keep you on top of all that over at AIProfitScoop.com. Also, watch the videos in the description, the honey video, and another couple videos that we have about getting paid for installs and downloads and things like that, and also how to build an affiliate marketing business. So if you enjoyed this video, smash the like button. Check out the links in the description, including the videos. Get the notes at aiprofitscoop.com, and I'll see you in the next training.